poker chips, bag of crisps, ocean waves, Tommy James, and the Shondells.
Poetry slam.
I hate to be the one that splits this up, but I don't know that any of those things rhymed. Not any of it.
All right, well, you guys went to Jamba Juice earlier.
We did.
Yes.
Did you think, oh, maybe Will might want to
You
Jamba?
were there.
You were inside.
You
You brought
were in
different
there.
food into the building.
Did any of you say, hey, Will left without getting Jamba?
Is that
You
what it takes
stood
for
in
you
line
to get
with me
Jamba Juice?
for a second and gave me a hug.
You didn't realize that I didn't have any Jamba Juice in my hand.
You had a bag of Chipotle and a Chipotle drink.
Yeah, everyone realized it.
It was root beer. I need something that's kind of a meal replacement.
Why didn't you just go to Jamba Juice then?
Oh my God. Oh, I remember when I used to have friends that understood me back when I was in the fetus.
Welcome to Table Talk, the show where we take your comments using the hashtag Table Talk on Twitter and in Reddit.
I'm Falzone.
Me too.
What do you guys think this super red thing in here is?
Danger.
Look in there.
It's a pepper.
Look through here. Look through the
That's
top.
true. That's
That's a hot
See
pepper
that?
challenge.
What's the thing that's inside the woman that bursts when she like
A utero.
a uterum? It's a uterum.
Uterum.
It's a uterum.
Did you get straw Blvds in here or what? What's that, condensation? That's all right.
I don't ever want to take an anatomy class because I don't need more things to overthink.
Okay. You testing that out? Is
No,
that
just
part of
came off
sloppy
the top,
too? I like
off the
it.
dome.
I like it. A little crowd work.
A little crowd work. So I want to do a bunch of crowd work.
I want to get into a little
Where
shit.
you work?
I want to get into a tiny ship, and I want to be injected into your body.
You'll have to change your name to Lil Danny.
I want to get in there, and I want to put up a little poster in there.
Mother Lost Cause says.
I want to start up. I want to get a little property value.
Make a
started
little
in
startup in there.
there. I want to start a little. I want to get a little startup going.
Get some white wall paint and paint an abandoned factory. Get a little
put up some
startup started
AstroTurf.
in there.
What makes it a startup instead of a company?
I'll tell you. White wall paint, bright orange paint,
white men,
white men.
Young white men.
maybe some Indian men.
God, I wish I was a white man so bad. But
Why?
today I was like,
Because then you gotta be an old white guy, and that sucks.
That's what I was saying. Like, okay, today, while you guys were at the Jamba Juice, I was in my car with my Chipotle bag, and I saw this white dude get out of the car, and he was so white, I felt bad for him. I was like, he can't just be like, hey, how you ladies doing? They're like, ew.
Was it Elliot?
No. Elliot had a full head of hair.
This is the thing. To be a white person would be very boring.
Yeah, that's
It's
what the
very
assumption
normal.
is. People don't realize that white people have stereotypes too. He could be amazing.
But being a black man means you scare people. And that's worth it.
Yeah. Most of us aren't though.
You can scare anybody.
That's not true.
You're
That's
a pretty
true.
not dangerous person, but you can scare anyone.
My friends
I've
have
seen
no
you
idea.
scare people.
I really do.
Strangers.
What they don't realize, like a lot of my friends are like, you're not one of the scary black people. Like for the people who don't know the difference, they can't tell. If I'm walking down the street, I go, hey, I might scare the shit out of
It
somebody.
doesn't matter. If you're racist, it doesn't matter.
That is the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was in my drink.
Now it's all over. Now it's
Thanks,
gone.
baby.
It's
Thank
been
you.
exercised.
That's a 2013 Steve Zaragoza bit. I feel so bad about that. But like, our carpet's so gross, it's already just disappeared.
So gross. There's like, I'm sure one of Lee Newton's eggs is in the carpet somewhere.
I've talked about this
piping hot.
before. There is a smell in this building.
You know what?
When you first come
Yeah.
in, it dissipates throughout the day. But when you first come in, it smells like the bottom of a bowling shoe always. That's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
pissing
I
for
liked it.
years.
When I came, I saw you over there by one of the other couches on the other side of the building. I was like, hey, Falzone, what are you doing here? And you were like, it smells bad over there.
Where does it smell bad in the warehouse?
To be fair,
Everywhere.
I farted where I was sitting previously, and then I had to get out.
It's not a great smell, but I wouldn't say it's that bad.
No. It's not like if it was that bad, I wouldn't be in the building at all.
Yeah.
But when you first come in, there's a unique all other rooms don't smell like this, and then you smell it, and then you go on with your day.
See,
that's a hard.
Let me
point.
tell you this. When
That's a PowerPoint
the smell
Can I
of this
see that?
place,
The
the smell of this place will always remind me of my first times here.
Okay.
And
I'm
those were
sorry,
some
I'm
It's the
shit
sharing
same.
times.
memories
It's
then.
the
It is,
same.
yeah.
It's the same.
It's the same smell, yeah. It's like it's the building smell.
Have you ever
It'll
been here
always
on the
remind me of
weekend?
the Lee Joe.
You ever been here on the weekend by yourself?
Yeah, it's creepy.
I like it so much.
We did that once. We filmed the thing.
Oh wait, we did. Yeah, I used to do it every weekend. I did it this weekend again after not doing it for like a couple of weeks because I started living my own life. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of living my own life. I want to go back to only thinking about the things I make. So I did that, and I was like, wow. When you're here by yourself, like every sound could be a murderer. But I like that kind of like paranoia.
I
It's
don't
too
want
big to instantly snap out of that.
Yes,
too.
it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to like this to be the place that I live.
No.
You already spend a lot of time in the workplace.
Yeah.
And we spend a lot of time here.
Yeah, a lot.
I just don't want to.
Somewhere.
I don't want like a massive chunk of my life to be this building.
Yeah, I wish my iPhone could tell me how many laps I've done around this circle.
We've probably walked around the Earth once.
17 times.
Me
What are your
too.
favorite and least favorite compliments to receive?
Any compliment?
I don't like
is my
compliments.
least.
I mean, I think they're nice, but I don't know how to handle them. I would never know what to do with compliments. I just go, oh, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I don't believe them.
You
I
don't
don't
believe
believe them. Yeah,
compliments?
I usually don't believe them unless it's like said a bunch of times, and then I'll be like, oh. If I only believe a compliment if it's said by strangers.
Really?
Yeah, I only believe compliments that are
That's
said by
interesting.
What
strangers.
about somebody who doesn't normally give you a compliment, who will then compliment you?
That might mean something.
I've never believed
I
anything
know.
a stranger has said to me.
All my validation, I realize I'm kind of lucky about this. Like what like really drives me is when I make strangers laugh. That's my favorite thing. Like
That's
when
nice.
because that like they have no obligation to laugh at what you have
You
to
just
say.
made them feel something.
Yeah, but I like it when I'm able to meet someone new that day, like just at the mall and be like, hey.
I like being
Yeah.
in my bed.
That's also a good place to meet strangers.
I've been waking up the past couple mornings, like for the past 2 months, and been like, no.
Every day.
Every day, I'm just like, my body's too heavy. I don't really have any more will. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I don't like compliments. I mean, I like
them.
them, but I don't know what to do with them.
Has a person that you've slept with ever
Giving
you
me a compliment? I think
Only
so.
while in bed.
And then-
Oh, Steve.
You're like, I don't want to do it.
She only calls me baby when we're having sex.
So many babies. I love that we can just start a song,
And then
we all we gotta do is look at each other and
be
start
like,
singing.
yeah, that's what
We're ready
is.
for it.
Very short song.
That's that's the same as those bits that's in every TV show where they're like, oh, his name was Lightshade.
Oh, I see what you're saying. When you're like, you look around. Yeah.
And the other person never questions it.
You're like, oh yeah,
Oh,
microwave.
Lightshade.
Yeah.
Tommy Lightshade.
Lightshade microwave. I love him. Yeah.
Nobody
Doubtfire.
ever notices sketchy behavior when someone's being sketchy in
Yeah.
movies.
No one ever
It's
notices.
weird.
Like
It's
when they
just-
say something and then they're like, I mean, baseball, playing baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they're like, oh,
They're like,
okay, playing baseball. I love
Anybody
baseball.
that ever looks like that is a liar. Like, yeah, you were never telling the truth.
Guys, Schmidt says, describe the perfect sand trap sandwich.
Sand
Sand trap sandwich?
That's
No, sorry. Just describe the perfect sandwich.
French roll.
potato bread.
Grilled chicken.
I'm sorry, I think he's going.
Potato bread? Potato bread's gross.
You don't like potato bread? Oh, wait,
It's
you're
all
saying
a matter
potato
of
bread.
taste.
Wait, you're
Yeah.
saying you don't like potato bread?
There's this one burger joint down the street from me, and they had potato rolls.
Spell
and
it.
I stopped potato rolls, and I had to stop going there because I hated them so much. And everything else that they put inside the shit was great, but the roll itself.
Yeah.
Wait, even currently?
Hold on, I'm not done. Wasn't that good?
Wait, what's
What?
this story?
We need sound effects.
Blue
at table
Dog
talk.
Oh, okay.
has great food, but for a long time, since from when I moved here about 3 years ago up until about 2 months ago, they had potato rolls and they were bad. But now they have different rolls and they're great
For their burgers or something. And
for
sandwiches.
all their sandwiches.
You know, I'm going to say it. I don't like public school.
Okay.
I don't like it.
That bar?
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Wait. At all or the food?
I like enjoying
food-
my friends' company there. I
Yeah.
love going with my friends. I've
Yeah.
gone with you several times.
The
Sure.
food is terrible.
The food is terrible.
Terrible
There is
food.
the selection, garbage. There's barely anything on the menu.
Since
want
I
to-
feel like we can't have a show with 3 people shitting on the same
You
restaurant,
sure can.
I'm gonna say,
Go ahead.
I agree. No, I'm gonna say they have a vegan chili with a cornbread waffle. That's good.
that
But you
sounds
guys
okay.
have been there in the daytime, right?
Yeah.
I have been there in the daytime.
It's not open.
I don't like. Here's the thing. I don't like when a restaurant doesn't have a choice for like a light item.
Lightums.
A light item. Like something that's like, you know, like not a big ass burger or a fucking bangers and mash or like a fucking massive chicken steak thing.
Some appies, some starters.
Not just an appy, just something that's like, I just want a cup of soup or something. Or
That's
I want,
exactly
like-
what I just described.
Well, chili is not soup.
No, but it's a vegan. It's just vegetables in like.
But it's like, I mean, that might be the only thing they have there.
Sure,
that's
it's not
like
a
light
brothy
serving.
type of a situation.
They also don't have sandwiches.
They do have sandwich. They have a crispy chicken sandwich.
No, they don't.
Okay. You missed that because of lies that you
What do you
told
think this is?
previously. The little white wolf said, How did your family survive the Great Depression? ? My family sold chopped wood to people to heat their homes. T. Grandpa.
Hold on. Was this just an excuse to talk about how your family sold chopped wood to prepare to people to heat their homes during the Great Depression?
Oh, look at the little white wolf sitting on his wood chopping riches.
Oh, I'm sorry. You sitting on your chopped wood fortune over there in Rich Mountain?
I love this question because, like, this assumes that my family ever stopped being broke. My family was broke since they were brought here on the slave ship. You said I could say anything.
Hey, how does the little white wolf have the brand new iPhone? That shit just came out. Oh, comes from the old wood money.
Yeah, it's old chopped wood money.
They chop. They chop for sure.
I think
I gotta be honest with you. My family was not here for the Great Depression.
Okay, I'll take this one. I believe that they butchered their way through it.
Really?
That's all I'll say.
Did your
Murdering
family have
people?
Oh,
Are you talking about meat?
this could be taken so many ways. Because I see you're saying, like, they murdered people.
That's what I thought he said. By
I'm
butcher.
saying his family was like, we're going to open up,
Real
Real racist.
butcher.
Real racist on both counts.
I thought-
Real racist. I said a little bit racist before, but it's real racist on both counts. I'll say this. I've never said this in front of anyone before, and I'll say it right in front of this audience. My grandfather was a meat butcher.
Oh, cool.
He's seen some things.
So that's
Like Gangs
probably-
of New York, like in Gangs of New York.
No, he just chopped a bunch of meat. He gave people sandwiches and shit.
And I bet they were so good. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh man, I don't want to see the bunch of meat hanging in the back, but it's so fresh when it's like that.
Oh, fuck
Ooh.
the FDA, man.
Did we
Fuck
not-
that shit.
You got so heated. I felt
Yeah,
heat.
because I'm telling you, man, food was so much better back in the day. In the 1930s, ooh, that turkey. Mwah.
Your okay.
Did we ever do the sandwich? Because I have a great sandwich.
Go ahead,
That's like
man.
my go-to
Oh, yeah.
sandwich. Ready?
Go ahead, stop the show and go back.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Momentum forward, stop it.
Were we not done
You're not
talking
gonna
about the
say
Great
it?
Depression?
You're not gonna say what the sandwich was?
They're Italian roll,
Oh yeah.
right? And grilled chicken.
Yeah,
And then roasted red peppers, fresh mozzarella,
like that.
and balsamic vinaigrette.
You got
That's
instinct.
my
Those
favorite
red
sandwich.
peppers. You like those red peppers?
The roasted one, sure. You can't overload it, or else it's all
I
peps.
can't do it.
I remember that. I've gotten so lazy as a person. I remember a couple days ago, I was starving driving down the street with Darren. And I was like, oh man, I'm so hungry. He was like, oh, Jersey Mike's is right there. And I was
That
like,
tastes good.
I don't like it.
Jersey Mike's is great. But I was like, you think I want to park my car so I can be like, oh, I want the sandwich and you make all of it and I don't do anything. You know how much work that is? And then he's got to hand it to me and I got to slide my car and they're going to have to go, oh, it's the chip now. I'm like, oh,
It's
fuck.
a lot of work to ask for a sandwich.
Yeah.
But if you're real hungry, you want to go through that kind of a
Yeah.
life-changing situation.
I'm not that hungry.
I like which.
Which is good
You
too.
ever been there, baby?
No, what is? Explain it to me.
This is a sandwich place. A lot of numbers involved
Yeah.
and bags.
It's weird. You go in and they hand you like a thing and they're like, all right, check mark off what you want.
They just put
My
bacon on
favorite
anything.
sandwich is the Reuben.
Tell me what a Reuben. Is it roast beef?
Jewish.
Usually it's corned beef.
Sure.
Usually it's corned beef. Sometimes it's turkey. Sometimes it's pastrami. Usually it's corned beef.
And there's a slaw set up.
There's a slough.
Who here
And
thinks
there's a
Tinker...
Russian dressing. And it's on a marble rye often.
Who here thinks Tinkerbell's a hoe?
A hoe?
I never saw her
Yeah.
bang anybody. I'm not going to slut shame
I know
Fairy.
nothing about
No, come on,
who
bro.
Tinkerbell sleeps with.
I mean, but like, in terms of
She
personality.
dresses in a sexy way.
She's just wearing like a fairy's outfit.
Well, I think it's like a leaf because she's a small.
It is a leaf.
Where are you gonna find
couple.
dresses? Who makes those kind of dresses? She
Someone's
has to be
making
making
tiny
her
dresses.
own dresses.
There's someone making tiny dresses. in
Someone's out there in Never Neverland.
There's a whole series of documentary films about her friends and her fairy
We
friends.
should
The
really
tiny
make
seamstress.
that.
Yeah.
And be so serious about it. Like, we get like a real old white guy who looks like he's learned a lot. He'll like,
Geppetto.
and like, we went all the way to Greece because that's the last place we saw these Tinkerbell fairy creatures. And he turns
into a monster.
one. No, the Tinkerbell comes out of his mouth. Like a bunch of Tinkerbells start flying out, and he becomes the new Hellmouth. So all the
Tinkerbells come out.
Good. Call it Tiny Seamstress.
Go ahead in there.
Put your whole self in it. Put yourself out, shake it about.
Hokey pokey it.
Rank those squads: the Justice League, the Power Rangers, the Avengers in
I don't wanna do this
TMNT.
one.
Power Rangers is at the
wanna
bottom
do
of
it.
whatever, and let's move on to the next one.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, Power Rangers are cool and all, but they can only fight other people who turn into big things.
Dude, when was it ever like,
I don't know,
thank
but the
God
Power
the Power
Rangers-
Rangers,
Yeah.
yada yada.
Yeah,
yada.
Power Rangers are absolutely the least cool in this list.
It's the same thing.
Who else is there?
Although I will say this. The Power Rangers, when their power, when they put them together, they make Big Man.
Big man.
Don't
Remember
they
Power
make
Ranger
Big Man?
Big
Yeah, but
Man?
I've seen the Ninja Turtles kind of give each other piggyback rides and stuff there.
Yeah, but the Ninja Turtles, they have like samurai skills.
Yeah,
and
They
that's
do.
good stuff. The Avengers have Iron Man, so they're all fucked.
Yeah.
Although the Justice League has Superman. Superman can take out all the Power Rangers in one fart.
accidentally.
Accidentally.
Which
Sorry, I killed you guys all.
Which Superman, though? My favorite Superman is the animated series Superman. It's the
could be that
most
one.
Squareface.
Squareface. He
Yeah.
could like that Superman could get his ass beat potentially and be sad.
I just think most
true.
Supermen are basically the same.
Yeah.
They're super strong, they're powered by the sun, kryptonite, no.
No.
So Justice League is probably gonna win. Because
Oh,
they've got
yeah.
just because they have Superman.
Can I talk shit about the Power Rangers really quick? Again, how the episodes go is something bad in the town happens. The Power Rangers get called. They take about 20 minutes to. Whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah, bad things
get all
already
their shit
done
up.
happening.
People are dead.
Yep.
and then they show up. They get their ass beat. Sparks fly. They're like, oh no, we gotta call him Big Man.
Yeah.
Because
They
the
get
other
Big
guy
Man.
turns into his Big Man version.
Yeah.
Big Man comes in. Whoa! Then they win
And it's the same shit every time.
every single time.
Yeah.
You know why the Power Rangers are bad? How you could tell instantly about how many times they flip after they're hit by anything.
Yeah.
If you
And
flip
spark.
more than 74 times after being punched, you're bad at everything
Is
you
it
do.
true?
You lost.
Is it true that the Power Rangers in the fighting are the Japanese
Yeah.
version of the show?
I think I've heard
That's what
that.
I heard.
Yeah.
I think they were just being cheap. Like, they didn't have money to shoot. So what they did is, like, they cut to the scenes from the original Japanese show to be like, this is the fighting. And you can tell because those Japanese people are way more skilled than the Americans because they're out there doing moves that no
Flipping a lot.
flipping a lot.
It's
and
kind of the
shit.
same thing with Family Matters. They are the American ones in their home, but anytime they shoot outside of the apartment,
Wait, which one is
I
Family
was
Matters?
Jap-
I was
it's
like,
the
if you
Japanese
can make
one.
it through that without laughing, I'll quit today.
it was your
Which
fault.
one? Is Family Matters
Making a
Urkel?
sound.
Is
I
Family
can't
Matters
do anything
Urkel?
with you. Yes. The second
So-
you made a sound, I was done.
What you saying is that they leave the house and then Urkel is all of a sudden
They're all Japanese. It's the
Urkel.
Japanese version of the Family Matters show.
in the fight scenes in Family Matters when Carl Winslow.
3, 2, 1.
They make
1,
Big
2,
Man
3.
too. Their Big Man is pretty cool.
Yeah, they just hop in Carl's police
I
outfit.
do want Urkel's car though.
We
I'll tell
talked
you that
about
much.
this before, I think. How like inappropriate Urkel is. If I was Carl Winslow, the dad on Family Matters, and there's this kid, our neighbor, kept harassing my daughter.
Oh, he's obsessed with his daughter.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'd take him into the room and I'd be like, hey, you need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, leave my daughter alone.
You're being dangerous.
You're scary.
By the way, you're like 18 now and you're like 6 foot tall and you sound like this and like.
And also, you make inventions and shit. And you got like fucking like dangerous electricity type inventions.
And also, when he got a girlfriend and kept bringing the girlfriend over to their house, keep your girlfriend at your house.
Who hated Laura?
Yeah.
Like a jerk. Inviting problems into the house.
Yes.
That's all he did. Should be the subtitle for the show.
Yeah.
Family Matters, inviting problems into our house.
7 seasons.
7 seasons.
Seven
Probably
seasons.
even longer than that. I really liked Family Matters a lot.
Me too, man.
Yeah,
I can't tell you really anything specific that ever happened
I remember
in any of the episodes.
The Urkel dance, when he started doing the Urkel dance and all the other kids. Like, I feel that way too. Whenever I'm out dancing, I feel like everybody starts copying my dance. And then it becomes a thing. And I always think about that episode of Urkel when that happened. I'm like, do I look stupid like Urkel? So people
The Urkel dance was popular, wasn't it?
Did it actually become a thing?
I thought it was. Do you remember that?
You're thinking of the Bartman.
No, there was like an Urkel dance with a rap and stuff too.
You're probably...
We're gonna look it up?
Dude, there was a music video, I think.
Yeah. And it was the way he danced or something. He did like chicken arms or something.
Because he was really feeling it. Can you imagine? So like back in like what? This is probably 97 maybe. He was the man. He was like one of the biggest sitcom stars of all time.
What's he doing now, you think?
Oh,
cleaning
Sharknado 2? No. Who knows where
He's
Jaleel.
not cleaning pools?
Jaleel White responded to a Facebook message of mine like 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He had a
You know
Q&A.
what? The kid from Cop and a Half follows me on Twitter.
Really?
The kid that was in Cop and a Half. You remember that
Really?
movie? Yeah.
No. Can I tell you a Donald Glover story?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
tell you
yeah.
about Donald Glover. One time, he didn't have any T-shirts at the time. It was when he first started rapping, and I really wanted a Childish Gambino T-shirt. And then I made one. It was before he was even going by Childish Gambino.
Child
And
like Danny Glover.
It was Small Glover.
Small
Yeah,
Glover.
Smallman Glover.
Small man Glover.
And I made a T-shirt with one of his lyrics on it, and then I Facebooked it to him. And he said, "Oh, the T-shirts I'm making are much better."
Are you serious?
Yes. And then that was the last time.
How
that
did
we
you
spoke.
feel?
I felt bad.
Can you
felt
send me
bad
a
about it.
T-shirt?
Did you still
design?
listen to his music after that?
Yeah, still do. I can separate somebody's art from somebody's
Me too.
person.
I'm very much into that. Like
Like
I
Bill
feel,
Cosby.
I mean,
that's a different story.
when somebody has that much of a grasp on your childhood and then they do something that awful, you're like, well, maybe I could.
It kills me.
You're the exception to the rule in a bad way.
The Cosby Show was my favorite show of all time. I grew up watching it. It made me.
Huxtables.
It made me feel like I could be better than
I
who
loved
I
the
was.
Cosby Show.
Yeah, it really was beautiful, and it makes me sad that it's tainted now.
Yeah.
And I've tried to watch it once, but like I still want to be like, okay, that's Cliff Huxtable, that's Bill Cosby.
Imagine going back and watching Ghost Dad.
Thanks everybody for watching Table Talk. I'm William Haynes.
I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Mike.
If you have any questions, put them on r/SourceFed, and just go to the .com and buy when.
Put him over here in the bucket.
Just send our company money if you want us to continue going. If we don't continue, it's your fault.
Buy everything I ask you to buy on my Twitter account.
Type in my name in the code part, or whatever code I give you. Like, get a discount. We both make money. Like,
Not for nothing, that's a pretty good sketchy life hack, is to just try any YouTuber's last name in any discount section of any website that you've ever wanted to buy something from.
exactly.
You want to buy a bug out bag?
What size shoe are you, Mike Falzone?
11.
Send him Nike SBs, size 11.
You don't have to do that, but
Send him shoes.
Nike SBs.
He wrote me a letter about how he hates his life now, and if he doesn't get shoes, he might do something
What
dangerous.
does SB stand for?
I'm just happy
you know?
not to be in the hospital. Skateboarding.
Hey, fuck you, Mike.
All right.
What the fuck did you say to him? Fuck you, Steve.
Thank you, Will. I don't want to take over this show. I'm going to change it around a little bit. Not that it needs to be changed at all. So, a breath of fresh air sometimes.
Can you state your name for the court?
Batman.
I'm sorry, what? Could you say it again, just clearly?
It's Batman. I'm Batman. I'm him. Bruce.
Bruce Wayne? I heard Bruce.
Batman.